So we have a file descriptor from fs open function, and it could be a nil value, right? All right. So now the file is open. So let's just create it. Right. Let's click close it. Um, it also gives us error, which is pretty handy. Assert fd error like that. And what else? Um, dot ub dot. Is that so? I was quiet because there's nothing to talk about. Um, actually. So fs close the file descriptor. Perfect. So that's a touch function. Then we have n dot remove function, right? Then we have a path. Same path will be a string, and we have to unlink it. Right? But first, the same thing. Path is required, and then we have a um, sim.ub.fs close, not close, it's fsn link, this one. And what it returns a success and an error. Hmm. So same thing, fd error, not fd, it's just a success or okay. Then assert okay with the following error, and there is nothing to do. Same thing for RMRF, I guess. I'm not sure about force, so let's do just RMR. So RMR will be, let's do simple RMR with a path string that must be local. Um, hmm. Let's see if there are any optimized way to delete, you know, some files, recursively delete files. Read dir or list dir. So there must be an rmdir. So what's this function? Recursive delete. Okay. So this is a recursive delete. Hmm. A poll is a function. Okay, it's a recursive function which can delete. Okay, it's a. Okay, perfect. I guess. But instead of recursion, We can use stack memory to do that, which could be much more performant, right? Stack fyler.lib.stack, that, that one. And let's have paths. Um, Maybe we already implemented this thing of recursion, remove recursive, and it's pretty good. Um, let's do RMDIR first. So if not if epsilon.ub.fs RMDIR with the path. Okay, error, hazard, okay, error. That's what we need. Hmm. All right, so should I create a RMR function which is a recursive deletion function? I don't know. I'm not actually sure about it because it is a native function actually. Um, to be honest, I think instead of using a string, we can use a path, right? So we need a path variable, right? Okay, so a path function. So should I call it like that? That's something. Or maybe an absolute path. Who knows? Let's do an ABS path like that. Yeah, that's for sure. And same thing about this one. Okay, ABS path. And the same thing about this one. So actually, what we are doing, I think we should just copy everything from here and just convert all of them to a path, not this one, fsw this one, and paste it over here, the whole thing. Let's close it. Instead, um, where we are using these, we are not using this thing. I mean, is Mac variable only is used to determine the Linux variable, and Linux variable is also not used, but there's a Windows thing that we are using. Okay, what for? So it's just for the, okay, I got it. So it's just for the path separators. So that won't be a problem. Hmm. We could provide a path, right? Okay. So let's do, I mean, how to, Let's do a simple thing, like instead here a path um segments. What should we call it? A separator, a segment, um it's it's not a separator actually, it's a segment. So let's do, I mean, let's say it a segment, segment ST, it's S iter, I guess, or segment iter. I don't know. Maybe it could be just, an iter, for it's just an abbreviation for iterators. Yeah, that could be okay. So that's just a return of a function, because iterator is nothing, just a function, right? It's nothing. But I don't have any clue how to create one. So let's see. Um, Lua iterators. My internet is pretty slow, I guess. So this is Lua iterators. So list iterator. Okay, a function which I plus 1, if I less than, then return ti. Okay, got it. Hmm. Got it, got it, got it. And how this function, oh, so whenever a function gets a nil value, iteration get automatically stopped. So I think that is the thing how you're supposed to use it. All right, so enough. Let's go here and return a function like so. Let's do a table. A table. Um, let's do a segments. Segments. Segments will be vim dot split the self dot path. This one. Actually, it's not just the path, it's an absolute path. So in absolute path, and we need a separator, you know. Yeah, I think that's the thing we are doing initially, like FS Lua. Um, Scratch before. Oh, come on, what I'm doing here. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's do is window here, is windows here. And what are we doing here actually? We have some parts. Hmm. But separators will be different in Windows. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah, you can see the Win separators are different in Windows here. So what should we do? Uh, okay, so let's just define a variable. I think that's the only thing we can do at this point. We don't have any declarations for is window and Mac, so let's copy from here. Um, Here, put it right there, and let's convert those into locals. vim.uv, vim.uv. This is just a variable. This is just a variable. And there you go. Nice. Maybe it could be an utility functions, which could tell you. Let's go to utils and just say, or maybe let's put them on the top. M dot is first of all is Mac, right? So it's supposed to return a boolean, and let's grab this from here and put it right here like so. Let's copy this one, and same for is Linux. I will edit this a bit later. Wait a minute, let me complete the Windows first. Is Windows, and this is the Windows thing, right? Here you go. And now we just have to do return m dot is, let's reverse the conditions with the not operator, and if m dot is a Linux or sorry, is Mac, or m dot is Windows. Come on, is Windows, like that. So if it is not a Mac or not a Windows, actually let's name it to Mac OS instead of just Mac. I mean, we should use a proper naming for each and every one. So if it is a Mac OS, a Linux, or a Windows operating system, so it will inform us. Nice. That's okay. So we no longer need that. Instead, we can use local util is equals to util, like that. Nice. So what's the next thing? Is just to, you know, give the path iterator, right? So when sep WinZep, or maybe just a separate, or maybe just a path separator. So path separator will be according to util is, if it is Windows, if it is a window, then we use this one. Otherwise, we use this one. Pretty easy, right? Then we do path separator like that. And here we go. So what could be the result, like if I do vim.split and vim.cwd with a forward slash, a nil value? Oh, because it's a vim.uv.split. So I get a, okay, all right, all right. What is select function? Let's see. If index is the number, return all argument after the argument number. Okay. So I'm doing it wrong, I guess. I have a select function. Instead of doing that, I should index it. Oh, come on. I just want let's go to plenary code base because they have such kind of implementation in the functional. In functional, we have first, right, select only one. So what we did here, select only here. Okay, it's a function. So we select and oh, okay, got it. So what we have to do is just go to util and we have to do um, m dot select n, and the value will be the nth, right? N will be an integer, and we just have to take x as select n and the number of arguments like that, and just return the x value and discard all of the other ones. So instead of this one, we can use a util.select n with the first one. Okay, so that's pretty handy. Util.select n like that. Util.select n like that. Okay, so everything is changed now. So what we have to do is we have a path separator, and we don't have to clear all the blank lines because we will gonna let's just do this one. So let's add a select function with 2 or 1. I don't know. Let's check it out. So it's still the same. So let's put it right 2. Interesting. Nothing is printed out. Okay, so there's one more thing. Let's do unpack as well. So we have to unpack it. Wait a minute. We don't have to do that, right? Instead, we can do remove. What it will return actually? It will return an array of string, so it's not a table. So let's filter all the blank lines then. What if instead of this one, I mean, instead of select, we can use this like, I mean, let's suppose we are in the Windows and we have C drive like that, and let's say we have a users directory. In that we have an app data, I guess. This is how Windows structure. And let's add a Win separator like that. So that will be the thing here. So we no longer need the first one. So in both of the cases, we can remove the first element, I guess. So let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. So we have to remove the first element of the table. That shouldn't be difficult. Remove the list and the position. So removes the list, okay, returning the value of the removed element. I don't really care about the remove element value. So let's just add the segments and let's just do one because Lua is a smart language, and we can return instead of function. I mean, we can just pass it as a pairs because pairs is also return a function, I guess. Yeah, pairs also return a function, but it's not only return a function, it also return a table as well. I don't like it. So I think we have to do function, have to return a function with, let's see, local index, I guess, or maybe just I with 1 and I plus 1, I plus plus, like that. So we increment the value like that, and wait just a minute. What we did this. Sorry for the flashbang, guys. If you are watching this video, I live stream in a dark place. I cannot do anything. Just a little longer. Okay. So we can use that with, I mean, we can start with the 0 because ultimately we have to return the value. So if, what is this? I is less than equals to the segments, I guess, segments, and then return a value of segments, right? Of at the ith position. So this is the path iterator, and by this iterator we can, I mean, do lots of crazy things. Like, let's do a scratch thing, and let's try this thing out. So let's do for loop, a for loop. How, I mean, there are also some things to do with that or not. Nah, just nothing. So let's do A and B in path dot new vim dot uv dot cwd with an iterator like that, and do like this thing. Oh, hello. Where is my auto completion? Okay. Uh, cannot assign a string or nil. Okay, it could be a nil value. So how can I do this thing then? I think I have to manually provide this thing. Let's do um, workspace, development, fyler, and something like that. So I think this should work, right? Let's do vim.print A and B. Let's see what could be the result. So second thing is a nil value because we are returning only one thing, so there is no need. So, or maybe we could return a value, right? So we could return I, right? I with the segment. So, okay, this will make much more sense. So like that. Let's reload and let's see. Yeah. So the first segment is home. Second, my username, workspace, development, and fyler.nvim. So yeah, successfully created the iterator which you can use in the for loop. Nice. So now we can replace all the things in the FS Lua. I guess so. We don't no longer need that thing, but instead of removing this first, Hmm. We can do, wait just a minute, vim.uv. Instead of UV, we just, because it is pretty obvious that in the README, we already mentioned that this is only compatible. Okay, not in here. I think in the fyler, yeah. So we have a safety condition. If you have a neovim version less than 0.11 or 0.11, then this plugin won't work. So it's pretty safe to just clear out this extra line safety. Vim.uv. Let's do that. Let's remove this one and everything will be fine. Let's remove this one as well because we no longer need that. No more diagnostics, but there will be a thing like is Windows here, like that. So there are two places, but we will remove this as well because we just created a path iterator. Yeah, it's a good thing. So let's do path. And instead of that, did I messed up something? Looks like everything is working. Okay, give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Uh, okay, it's just a normal mail, nothing complex. Anyways, so what's the next thing? So what I have to do now, uh, what is this thing? A rated link is a rated link like that. Okay, let me confirm one thing as well. Um, my voice looks clear, I guess. Can you guys give me a little feedback? Is my voice is clear? Just to get a feedback because it would be, so embarrassing, like talking everything, but no one can listen to me. It's a string, nice, and it is a string. So, okay, so fine. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so it could be an M. Oh, come on. If it is linked, right? There's no okay, come on. Those diagnostics are for nothing. Come on. So these are the path iterator. Why is that? Let me restart it. Um, let's go over to the path and let's see. I mean, do we have the same problem? No. I guess that's just the low ls problem. Maybe it's confused when I rename the UV variable. Maybe, I don't know. But things are looking good at this point, and I have to filter out some functions because there are some functions that I don't need, and I have to standardize things because in future we have to have a SSH integration. So I want to standardize the functions, and I don't want to, uh, spread any crap in my code base. So what's the next thing? Is Windows. We don't need is Windows support because it's directly integrated to the path, right? So let's start from the beginning. We don't need, no, we need this one. Actually, we need everything right now because there is no alternative right now. So first I'm gonna do this one. So the path exists. Hmm. We don't know. We don't need this thing actually. Yeah, we don't need this thing. So let's add it to do. Um, to do. Remove it. But it is, I think it's not good to, mark those things as remove it because there are so many functions to remove. And where is this thing? Reslink. We don't no longer, I mean, we no longer need this reslink function because it's directly integrated to the path module. It's perfectly fine. List dir. That's a pretty good thing. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so we can have this thing. Nice. So I want to change it like params path, and it will be a path instead of just a string. So stats. So if you want a stat, right? So you want to say like path and stat. This is the stat, right? What if there's no stat or type? Let's see this thing in action. Like here, let's select this all and do um, print window, I mean path.new with my username and type. And let's do some mistake like, okay, that's thing. And nothing is happening. Or maybe something is happened. Let's inspect the problem. Let's run it. Oh, it's a nil value. Got it. So here's the type thing, right? So if there is no stat, then we return nothing. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so nice. So we can remove all this thing and we can have just, a simple if condition if that is equals to a directory or not, right? So if the path is dir, then, or maybe it's not a dir, like that. And that should do the trick. So we are doing something, I mean, we are literally doing some refactoring. Yeah, I like it. I mean, we come from here to here, much cleaner, and it will work every time. Nice. Now we have this one, an open dir. So instead of that, we have to do an absolute path. An absolute path will take care of all the things. like OS compatibility and anything like Windows, Linux, all that crap. And do I have to do anything else? I don't think so. Looking good. So there's nothing I can do here. Let's see if there are any references for that. So there's one here, here, and there is one here. So we have to do, okay, join path. So we need a full path, right? Oh, because of the entry name. Actually, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. Mm, so where we have this ABS paths and okay, so let's add another method which can join all the paths that we pass from here, and we will return a absolute join path which extends our current path variable. It will be pretty handy. So vim.fs.join path, and first argument will be the self path and the rest of the arguments like that. And we can also annotate here that the return value will be a string. Yeah, obviously. So instead of this, we can have a path with a join path like this thing. Much cleaner. What do you guys think? Nice. And where we are using this thing? Yeah, so many places. Literally so many places. Okay, we don't need this reslink function as well. Yeah, actually, so we have to wait just a minute. Reslink. So this is the reslink function. I think we should return a string and a string like that. Yeah, perfect. Because we should also return a type as well. So if it is a link, I mean, if it is not a link actually, then we have to pass a nil value, which is fine, I guess. There's no need to pass anything then. And here's the result. Do we have the type as well? I don't know. Oh, we did this thing. Okay, so we are using the fstat, which is a wrong thing. I mean, it's not a wrong thing actually. It's a resolver thing. So what I'm gonna do, just self dot type. I don't know what type will target. Okay, type will target the lstat, which is not good. So I'm gonna do stats dot type like that. So we will return the type as well, like here. Nice. So what's next? We no longer need that. We can just do a full path thing, right? So instead, we can do, okay, so path.new like this thing. Okay, wait just a minute. We can return a new path. We go here and join path. And instead of returning a string, we can return a path as well. Yeah, it will be much helpful, like this thing. Yeah, perfect. Nice. And So this will be a path. Nice. So where we are using it, right there. So we don't longer need this wrestling function. Instead, we do a full path. Wait just a minute. Let's rename it to full path like that. And let's remove it from here and do full path res link. So it will resolve the link. And it's pretty good. Do an absolute one. Absolute path and the absolute path as well here. Let me just double check one more time the all the references here, 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 and here. Perfect. Looking good. Okay, looking good to me. Nice. Okay, so what's next? Create file. So that should be a path, I guess. Path will be a path. Nice. And instead of that, we can use an absolute path, like absolute path like that. And we don't need to use, wait just a minute. Nice. Same thing here. Path equals to path, and that will be a ABS thing. Same thing for here. I know that will break so many things. And actually, we can refactor this thing as well. Like exist. We don't need this function. Just path exists. If the path exists, we return early. Nice. Actually, I don't care here. Create a file. Okay, that is something. Okay, none of my business. This one, ABS path, like that. Oops. FS stat. Okay, so we just have to assert that it is a directory. That's pretty easy. So path is directory like that. Much cleaner. ABS path like that. I think this is a boring thing to do on streams. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm just replacing all the things with the new path module. Is it really interesting to, watch? What do you guys think? I mean, I'm doing nothing interesting right now. Just replacing all the things with the new path syntax. And fs stat, that means exist. If not exist, that return. So if path, if path not exist, then we have to return early. Nice. And we have a stat. Oh, we need a stats. So stat will be stats. So if not stat, then return n. Like that. Here we go. And an ABS path. Or maybe we don't need to do this thing. Instead, what we can do, this is the base level function, right? A remove file function. So this has to be a thing, create file, remove file, and this is the list IR things. So it's not a problem. So what we can do next is here, it's a path, remove recursive, pretty obvious. A type, oh come on, we no longer need this thing. Actually, instead of this, we can push directly a path variable because um how to say we can easily grab the type instead of storing it. I mean, this is a path module also. I mean, it's self-sufficient. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem, not a problem. A list dir thing. Have to do something with the list dir thing. Item dot path. Hmm. So this is well, actually, we don't need, I mean, we don't have to worry about it because this list dir also takes a path. So it's pretty okay. Um, but there is a thing like this is a path thing, right? This is a path. It's not an item. So like that, and to delete, the path is here, and what is the type? So it is a directory. Path is a directory. If it is a directory, then we do this thing and list dir, right? Absolute path like that, and here we have an entry. Nice. Fine. So we need to this thing. What is this thing? Okay, so it's a delete thing. Perfect. So to delete. Nice, nice. So it's perfectly fine. I think this is a boring thing to do on stream. What's the time? I think okay. So guys, I have a proposal or an idea. Let's just stop this stream. I mean, end this stream so that I can do this all boring stuff on off camera. And when we are ready to, add the support for extensions, I mean, when we refactor all these things, boring things, then we go on live, and yeah, that will be much interesting to watch, or maybe you know it's feel like kind of a boring thing on watching me like refactoring all these path module to the newer syntax. What do you guys think? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to watch like that. So that's it, I guess. Let's end the stream, and we will back with the actual extension support live stream, right? Until then, I'm not going to live stream. So off camera, I have to refactor all this, FS module file, right? So when I'm done with this thing, I will come back live and we will do all the things related to actual extension things. So thank you guys for watching. I know it's kind of a boring stream, but that's all. So we will meet in the next stream with extension support, right? Okay. Thanks, Valerie. Bye bye, guys. Good night.